on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Live from the 11Alive studios, our special coronavirus coverage, Facts Not Fear, starts now. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell. 11Alive is committed to bringing you facts, not fear, and that's why we're here at noon to bring you the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. Let's get right to the latest headlines. Shelter in place for the entire state. How leaders are reacting to the governor's order, which begins tonight at 6. Plus, small business owners looking for help. The concerns with a program that's supposed to be up and running today. And cruise ship passengers stuck for weeks at sea finally allowed to get off the ship in Florida. What we know about those headed to Atlanta. But we begin with the latest coronavirus numbers here in Georgia. The Department of Public Health just updating them moments ago. There are now 184 people who have died. 5,831 confirmed cases and 1,158 people hospitalized. And we've learned an 11-year-old boy is now our state's youngest coronavirus death. He lived in DeKalb County and was listed as having an underlying medical condition. Just really heartbreaking news here. We know you have questions every day as this virus spreads, so text us and we'll take them to 11Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy. She'll join us in just a few moments. The number to text 404-885-7600. And remember, text, don't call, and please include your name. In less than 6 hours, the entire state of Georgia will be under a shelter-in-place order. Governor Brian Kemp issuing that order, which runs for 10 days until April 13th. It begins at 6 p.m. Georgia joining at least 38 states across the country under stay-at-home orders. It covers everything from which businesses are closed to under which circumstances you can leave your home. But basically, stay at home unless you're part of essential service or doing necessary travel. And that can be anything from going to the grocery store or pharmacy to getting takeout. Community leaders all across the state are taking a closer look at their guidelines in light of this statewide stay-at-home order to see what they'll need to start enforcing beginning tonight. Mara Sirianni joins us. She has the process for one Georgia city.
Friday, LaGrange city leaders comparing locally passed ordinances with Georgia's statewide order.
The governor's asking for voluntary compliance. We've been asking for that locally. Generally, I think we've been getting voluntary compliance.
City officials say Governor Kemp's order mimics many provisions already in place throughout much of Troup County, like asking non-essential businesses to close.
If you have to ask the question, is it okay if I do this? I would assume that it's not okay.
The governor also asking people not to hold in-person church services. City leaders in LaGrange agree it's just too dangerous.
Several community outbreaks can be directly attributed to recent in-person church services and funeral services.
Police Chief Lou DeMarc says social distancing has been somewhat of a challenging concept for some in the community.
We have had some difficulty, I think, folks understanding the need to maintain that separation.
While there is no curfew in place, officers in LaGrange will respond and offer citations accordingly if people are in groups deliberately disobeying the ordinance.
Governor Kemp's order is now the statewide rule of law, and it supersedes all local city and county ordinances.
That was Mara Sirianni reporting. Today marks the end of a record streak of job creation dating back a decade. The March jobs report showing employers across the country cut more than 700,000 jobs because of coronavirus. Important to mention here, the survey conducted in the first half of the month. So this is just the beginning. The unemployment rate is now 4.4%, up from 3.5%, which was a 50-year low. Just yesterday, we learned nearly 10 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits over the last 2 weeks. Some relief is on the way for the millions needing financial help, but it may take longer to reach some. The Treasury Secretary giving us a timeline on when to expect the stimulus checks from the $2.2 trillion relief package. Let's break it down for you here. 60 million Americans will get a direct deposit in mid-April in just a couple weeks. That's according to the IRS. The IRS will begin mailing checks to people if they don't have their direct deposit information. That process starts in May, but could linger for 20 weeks.
This pandemic has turned lives upside down, not just as far as health, but financially, as we've been mentioning here. And in these times, every dollar is important, especially for small businesses. Nick Sturdivant explains how one business in Clayton County is holding up.
As a small business, you don't know what you're made of until adversity hits.
Eric Green owns Good News Barbershop in Jonesboro, but lately Good News has been hard to come by since closing his doors more than a week ago.
We closed up shop even before the county put something in place, and we just didn't know in what direction or how far or how close this thing could impact ourselves and our guests.
It's a family-run business.
It's been an adjustment, to say the least. You know, it's funny, man, that how, like, during these times where I should be thinking about myself and my family, I'm thinking about my clients.
Good News Barbershop sits in the position that a lot of small businesses nationwide are now in, desperate for help. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said Thursday that the program to help small businesses, which is a part of the $2 trillion stimulus package, would be up and running today, offering companies and nonprofits a low-interest loan to cover up to 2 months of payroll and other expenses. Officials say most, and in some cases all, of the loan would be forgiven if the borrower retains workers and doesn't cut their wages, according to the Atlanta Business Chronicle. But there is some doubt.
I've also heard other smaller banks that I'm working with that they just don't have the capacity or the guidance right now from Treasury. No one has any clear guidance. We have applications on our desk.
I'm not anxious, but I am concerned. We lead with integrity, and, you know, we have our records and stuff in order.
He offers this advice to other businesses.
Keep your ears close to the pavement in terms of what you can apply for.
Eric says he's thankful for the many people that have reached out during this time. He also says one organization made a small donation. Every bit helps. New at noon, Delta Airlines offering some help if your travel plans have been grounded by the coronavirus. The Atlanta-based airline extending how long you have to rebook your flight for up to 2 years. So if you've already purchased tickets to fly in April or May of this year, or if you have existing credits or canceled flights from March, April, or May, you can exchange them for travel through May 31st, 2022 without paying a change fee. You also have 1 year to rebook new tickets purchased between March 1st and May 31st of this year. Right now, healthy passengers from 2 cruise ships are on their way to Atlanta. After 27 days at sea, the Holland America ships both docked in Fort Lauderdale yesterday. Several people were taken to a hospital to be treated for the coronavirus. 4 passengers died, at least 2 from COVID-19. Hundreds of others have been cleared and got off the ships this morning. We know several healthy passengers are on a charter flight to Hartsfield-Jackson. We're getting a first look at the National Guard cleaning and disinfecting inside a senior living facility. This is at the Orchard at Brookhaven. The executive director says up to 20 Guard members cleaned overnight, wiping down all surfaces and mopping the floors. They say they chose the overnight hours so residents would not be disturbed. We're also getting a look inside the DeKalb and Fulton Lifeline animal shelters. Yep, those are empty cages right there. Volunteers offering to foster or adopt dogs and cats and bring them into their homes while in quarantine. Just this week, more than 1,300 pets are now in foster or forever homes. People stepping up to help. The shelter says they still have new pets arriving and still need those looking to adopt or just to donate. Adapt and adjust. That's what teachers, administrators, students, and even parents are being forced to do right now. While the classroom is closed, educators nationwide and right here at home are continuing to teach. Nick Sturdivant is back, and he spoke with a teacher and gives us a look at how their jobs are changing.
On a day where usually cars are lined up outside to drop kids off, where buses pack the parking lot to do the same, and where teachers and administrators are inside setting up for the day, it's complete silence. Instead, teachers like Kiana Willis are forced to educate remotely.
My day like now is getting up, making sure that I try to get a routine. I check to make sure I don't have any notifications from parents. I make sure that my other teammates are, we're having our check-ins. And then we basically have planned out lessons for the week.
Kiana teaches at Palmetto Elementary School in Fulton County. The school is just a snapshot of the new reality for now for teachers, students, and parents.
So Monday is reading, Tuesday will be math.
Kiana says she also teaches life science lessons too, but learning does have its challenges.
So they know how to use technology at home for TikTok, and they know how to use it to play games and to watch videos, but using it in this way for productivity is a bit more of a switch. So Fulton County has done a lot of work to get technology in our students' hands so that they can participate in these digital lessons, because we had a lot of students who did not have the technology, and there are students who still don't have it.
Kiana says the school spent 2 weeks pushing the necessary devices and technology to students.
We're still trying to find the most innovative ways to meet the needs of our students.
They're doing a great job. Coming up, 11Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy is answering your coronavirus questions. Let us know if you have one. Text us at the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. And remember, text, don't call. We'll be back.
See you. We hear you. And we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Welcome back at 12:13. Here's another look at the latest numbers from Georgia's Department of Health. These numbers just coming in within the last 15 minutes. There are now 184 people who have died in our state, more than 5,800 confirmed cases, and 1,158 people hospitalized. We know you have a lot of questions about the information you're seeing and hearing. 11Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy is back with us, helping to give you the facts, not fear, about COVID-19. Let us know if you have a question by texting 404-885-7600. Good afternoon to you, Dr. Reddy.
Hi, Shiva.
So let's start with Gigi. Gigi wants to know, is there any chance that over time herd immunity may act as a defense for those of us with compromised immune systems? Or is this the type of illness that herd immunity never happens. I've never heard of herd immunity.
Yeah, no, and this is a really good question, and this is probably several years down the road. You know, measles, which is a disease we all have heard of, you need about 95 to 97% of the population to be vaccinated or been exposed or contracted measles to get herd immunity. So, you know, usually it's a very large percent of the population that needs to either have been infected and now have antibodies or be vaccinated. So I think we're a long way off from that. But herd immunity is a great concept, and what it is if everyone who can get vaccinated or, you know, get the disease and get a mild disease and now is immune, then, you know, we won't be bringing it to the people who may be more vulnerable. So it's a great concept. I think that's a long way off for coronavirus because it's just so new.
Okay, and Michael is asking, I heard that COVID-19 can travel through the air in small droplets for something like 3 hours. Could it also attach to pollen and remain airborne for longer?
Yeah, a very interesting thought here. I think we're just also concerned with this, and I understand why. Just because the virus can be in the air or on surfaces doesn't mean that's how someone's going to catch it. You know, so far, I don't believe there have been any reported cases of someone contracting the virus from a surface. The way the virus is going to get to you is person to person, which is why we're all doing this stay-at-home social distancing thing. So even if the virus is in the air, doesn't mean that's how people are going to catch it. I don't believe there is any data that the virus can attach to pollen. So you can go out safely as long as you keep that social distance from people if you want to go for a walk. So don't worry about the pollen. Again, even if it's in the air, that's not how it's going to make you sick. More than likely, it's going to be person to person.
I think Michael might be referencing, there was a report out yesterday, Sujatha, that health experts are saying that it's airborne. You can get it just by breathing in around someone who has it.
Well, because it is airborne. So if someone who has it talks and spits on you or, you know, happens to exhale on you, then potentially, but that is not, again, it's not laying in the air for the person to have left the room and you come in the room, or they're not 6 or 12 feet away and it floats in the air to get to you. That's not going to happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clearing that up because everybody was a little shaken up by that one. Okay. So Samantha texted in and said, my next door neighbor was diagnosed and their child played with mine a couple weeks ago. How do I take extra precautions?
Well, the good news here, if it was a couple of weeks ago and everyone in your home is okay, I think you should be okay. The time frame from when you've been exposed to when you're in the clear is 2 weeks, meaning if you don't get sick with bad symptoms, it's going to be in that 2 weeks. So if you get to the 2 weeks and you guys are all okay, whatever happened, you should be fine. Could you have had a mild case? It's possible. But once you get to that 2 week mark, you should be okay as far as if you don't get very sick. But what precautions to take? Obviously, now we're not recommending, or you really can't with our governor's new order, have your child play with another child. Everyone just needs to stay home. But I think this really is a good time to reinforce this because I think we're hearing these numbers and the numbers are scary. 90+% of people, even if they go in the hospital, about 96 to 97% of people are going to recover from this. 80+% are never going to even need to be in the hospital. So the majority of us are going to be okay. And I think we have to remember that. It's a scary time. The numbers are scary. But the majority of people who get coronavirus, the COVID-19, are going to be okay.
Thank you for those calming words, Dr. Reddy. Let's move on to Joseph. He wants to know, how long do you think it will take for a vaccine to be developed?
Yeah, that's what we're all looking and hoping for. It's going to be a minimum of 12 to 18 months from probably about a month ago. So we're talking, you know, at least another year.
And Sam asks, if we've been practicing social distancing for weeks now, why are cases still increasing?
Another great question. Thanks, Sam, for that question. You know, social distancing, staying at home is going to work only if we all do it. So what you're seeing now are probably cases that were out there before we all started staying home. I really know this is going to work. We just have to get to the point where enough of us are doing it to make a difference. And I unfortunately don't believe that enough people were doing it, let's say a week or two ago, that it made an impact yet. Although I could say this, and we just don't know this for true, but I really do think this is valid, is if those of us that stayed home didn't stay home, those numbers would be much worse. So we're going to get there. We're trying to blunt that curve. So, you know, the people that get sick over a time period where we're not overwhelming our resources, because it would be heartbreaking in 2019 in the greatest country in the world to think we're losing people because we don't have the equipment to keep them alive. We know people will die of this virus, but if they die after we've done everything for them, I think that's an easier pill to swallow than to think if we don't stay home and everyone gets sick and we overwhelm the intensive care units in the hospital, people may die because they don't have the right equipment. And in America, that just shouldn't happen.
Yeah. 2020, people want to cancel the year out already. Dr. Reddy, don't go anywhere. We'll be back to get to some more coronavirus questions with you. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay put.
Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Welcome back. We're answering your coronavirus health questions with Dr. Reddy. All right, so Dr. Reddy, these are questions that we just got in, people texting to us during the show. Lori wants to know, where will this virus go? Will it just die off or mutate and come back around again?
Great question, Lori. You know, this virus so far from what we've seen doesn't seem to have mutated yet, which is good. It's also in a way easy to kill. Straight soap and water kills this virus. So that's good news. But I do think experts are expecting it to die down in this wave that we're dealing with right now, but there is a potential for it to come back. What we're hoping for is when it comes back, it'll hopefully be at a lower case level because we're all kind of prepared for it now. We kind of know what we're dealing with. Hopefully by then we'll have medications. You know, again, in a year or so, hopefully we'll have a vaccine. But this virus isn't going to just disappear, but we just need to get over this initial hump where we're all so vulnerable to it. And then I think going forward, we can be better equipped to handle it.
Yeah, and hopefully many more of us will be immune to it as well.
You got it. Exactly right.
Gloria just texted, if you have a dust pollen mask, could you add another layer inside or make one out of either 100% cotton or paper towels? Would that offer any protection?
Yeah, and this mask thing I know is very confusing because initially it was like, don't wear a mask unless you feel sick. And now we're hearing mixed opinions from California to wherever. And we just don't have enough data to show that if we all wear masks, it's going to help us. I also have seen, you know, because when I've been out and about on my rare trips out to the grocery store, you know, I'm one of the few people not wearing a mask. Everyone seems to be wearing a mask, but what I've noticed is when people are wearing a mask, they really do have this false sense of security. I see them, you know, touching their faces more, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. So I think at this point, we just don't know. I don't believe wearing a mask is going to hurt you unless it does give you that false sense of security. Yeah. Typically, this virus, it is contagious. There's no question. It's more contagious than the flu, but it's going to take some exposure, meaning you've got to be within that 6 feet for amount of time. It's not just going to be passing by. You're probably not going to catch it.
Yeah.
So if the mask makes you feel better at this point, I think anything you can do to keep droplets or spit, like we talked about before, off you is going to help. But there's no data that says that for sure. I think the better approach, and the mask may help this too if it makes you feel better, is really we need to basically assume everyone we're in contact with could have COVID-19. And if you have that attitude, you're going to keep that separation.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you want to wear your allergy mask, it probably will help you with your allergies for sure, and it may help you feel better about this, and maybe it'll remind you not to touch your face. But I really don't want people to think if I wear a mask, I can go out and meet my friends, because that is absolutely not the case.
You know, by Monday, we could be in a world where all of us in America are required to wear some sort of face covering because the federal government is very close to issuing that guidance, as we've seen a number of hotspots, New York City, California, places in California mandate its residents wear a face covering. Did you hear about the case, the city in Texas, where they're required to wear a face covering or they'll have to pay a $1,000 fine? So that's happening here.
Yeah, and I wonder if in those towns, like if that's because, we've seen California has really been hit hard because people just unfortunately weren't listening to the stay-at-home order, and maybe this is just another way for them to have some control. But again, we just don't have the data. As you mentioned, it may change. And, I think if it makes people feel better, I don't think there's any harm in doing it, except for remember, you still got to keep your 6 feet and still don't touch your face.
Yeah, be respectful. Don't make me tell you to back up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Dr. Reddy? All right, thank you for joining us, Dr. Reddy. You have a great weekend. We appreciate your insight, and we'll see you back here next week.
You too, Sheba.
We'll be back.
Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11Alive News Primetime.
Before we go, a reminder to be sure you've got the 11Alive News app downloaded. That's where you can find the latest on Governor Kemp's shelter-in-place order, which begins at 6 p.m. tonight, and all updates on the spread of the coronavirus across our state to keep you and your family informed. Thank you for watching Facts, Not Fear at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Stay safe. Have a great weekend.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage,